Hey Leo, welcome to Swedish Dharma Tarot. My name's Christina and I'm a Swedish Australian psychic, medium and artist living in southern Sweden. I need to say sorry because your video should have been loaded up yesterday, but I'm technically so out of my comfort zone. And something went very wrong. I won't bother you with the details, but I need to redo your reading today. When is Mercury going to stop going backwards? Full moon today as well. But the reading yesterday was very interesting, and I'd like to give you a little bit of feedback on that before I do a new one. And I saw a Leo man, a king in staves, who was studying or working with medicine or healing of some sort. He could have been a chiropractor or he could have been a Reiki master. I've got no idea. Or you could have been, I'm sorry. But you have started to study law, or you will be starting to study law, and not just any law, international law, which is what we all need. We need more international lawyers who can work across borders with all sorts of difficult problems like trafficking, etc. So that's terrific. And then I also want to show you the yogic path card that came up for you. It's called Ahimsa. And check out the lines at the top. Isn't that fabulous? So I'm going to read that to you before I do a new reading. You've been observant of how your thoughts affect your actions and how your actions reflect the quality of your life. Through actively changing your internal monologue, you're manifesting a heightened state of consciousness and a new paradigm. Continue to fine-tune your inner language to radiate compassion, joy, and peace. Even the most disciplined yogis still often look in the mirror and think negative thoughts about themselves, get frustrated when stuck in traffic, or speak words to a loved one that don't radiate pure love. These moments are your guru. Reminding you of where you still need to grow. Overcoming your triggers facilitates growth. Each time you feel the voice of negativity come through, sing back to it words of ahimsa, compassion. You'll quickly find these words echoed back by all those you encounter. And I think that's so fabulous because really, Leo, thank you very much. I think that's for all of us. Thank you. Now, we're going to look at your reading, but first of all, I need to ask your help. For the third week in a row, I've been given a portrait by Spirit. It's a third child. This time it's a little girl. She was Dutch. Her name was Lisa. She loved birds, and she was born in the sign of Leo as well. She has passed away near her birthday, and she showed me Alps with snow-capped tops. So she would have been in the Northern Hemisphere, possibly on holiday with her family in Switzerland or Austria or North America somewhere. And that's when she passed. And I'm unsure if she was born in 1985 or passed in 1985. If you have any idea of who she was and have any kind of contact with her family members, please write to me and I will do them a proper portrait, and I will also send them the message that she wants them to have. Thank you. So let's start now. A new reading for our Virgo friends. So, Spirit, please help us. What does Leo need to know? I'll put them back. There were too many. All right. Okay, so you're very tired, you're very exhausted because of something, and it could have to do with a lawsuit maybe, justice and balance. At least these two tell us that everything will be okay and you'll get your power back. Here's another one. Yeah, something wasn't really your thing. I don't know what that can mean, really. So let's see. I might need to take a clarifier on that card. Also, I forgot something, and that is the Angel Tarot cards. So they're a present from my spirit daughter Rebecca. So that's also intent to start off the reading, and I forgot because I'm not really used to it. A whole heap fell out there. Please, Spirit, what would you like Leo to know from the Angel Card Tarot? Doreen Virtue. Who else? Okay. So it's the Page in Fire. Passionate, adventurous, self-assured, restless. A sudden occurrence which needs your immediate attention. Time is the important thing, and think things through very carefully. That sounds serious. Anyway, I think you're going to get help here. I think it has to do with this. So, the tarot cards I work with are called the Goddess Tarot. They're made by Chris Baldho, an American artist. And the whole major arcana is made up of goddesses from all over the world and different time periods. And I love them dearly. And we have a Leo in love. We certainly have a Leo in love. A Mr. Leo. Here we go. So, yes, it certainly feels like there's a divorce happening or about to happen. And here we have you, King of Staves, Mr. Leo, and the Lovers in the classical major arcana. In my major arcana, it's Venus, which is terrific too. I think you're afraid that the divorce is going to cost you a lot of money. Well, that's the way of divorces. It costs the women more normally. Usually it's the men that bring in the income. So when the family splits up or when the couple split up, both lose. But generally speaking, women lose more. So you'll get over it. And you seem to be, I'm sorry, you seem to be wanting to go somewhere else. You have a woman who is a mixture of fire and air. So she looks like this. She is, here's the fire, so she's also a Leo or an Aries or a Sagittarius. And here we have her in air, which is a Libra, Aquarian, or a Gemini. So both of these elements are very strong in her chart. And the children now. The children, I think, are in another country. What are they doing in another country, I wonder? I don't understand that. There's a lot of problems with children being kidnapped by their fathers, their biological fathers, who take them to their home countries where judicially children are the ownership of the father. And this is a big problem in the world, a big problem for Western lawyers. But it can't be that because you are the dad. I don't understand. And somehow I think maybe this has to do with what we saw yesterday as well, with the international lawyer. And yet I can't work it out. When I see the overseas card, and which is the world, and children, and yes, in the midst of it all, a lawyer. I see a lot of sorrow, I see repression, but I also see repression being changed as a reversed, and I also see a reverse karma. So something has happened here which was absolutely meant to be, it was karmic, and you have also learned your lesson. So that tells me that everything is going to be all right. In the midst of not understanding what's happening. Yes. I'm sorry, Leo. I can't do better than that today. Well, today. It would have been the same any day, probably. I don't understand. But I would be happy to gain clarity for both you and me if you contact me. If I have your energy in the telephone or in a letter or something, I should probably be able to clarify it. And I will do that free of charge, just so that we know what's going on. Because, the page in fire here, it's important. And the lawsuit and the balance, we'll see what happens when we look at the Goddess Guidance Oracle by Doreen Virtue. These cards are a present from my soul sister Julia in Australia. So they're extra special. Here we go. Ain, or Ain, I don't know how you'd pronounce it. Leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. Yeah. I'm really not wiser because of it. A yogic path. Asana. Well, that's yoga. Asana. What does asana want to tell you, Leo? I wonder. Eight stages of yoga. Physical practice to sit in stillness. Your physical body holds the key to your evolvement, but it's just the first portal. The asana, yogic body postures you've been practicing have been preparing you for true asana, to sit in stillness with the truth. These shapes and movements have removed the cobwebs of your limiting self, creating space for the silence of your mind's forest. You're one of those who realizes the true intention of asana and the one paving the way for others to see this bodily practice is really just a way to come face to face with yourself. Continue to cultivate your practice and move deeper into its core purpose. Flow of energy in the body for the evolution of the spirit. Well, I find that's a very beautiful card, but I can't really connect it to what's happening. On the other hand, seeing as I don't really understand it all, sorry what I said, what I said about the divorce and costing you money. I feel ashamed now. Even though it's true, that doesn't seem to be what's happening. Chinnamasta, we'll have a look at her. She's very interesting. She's a deity. Yeah, she's very exciting, this goddess. Goddess of radical self-transcendence. You're waking up and experiencing the radical pleasures of letting go. Chinnamasta, the headless goddess, has come to guide you in this massive state of transformation as you turn passion into spiritual energy. Kundalini, primal energy, is rising, and you've given up a role you once carried to step up more fully into your power. Don't feel fear in this state of transition. Chinnamasta's gift is to transmute the darkest of times into the most powerful of energies. Carry her fierceness as you tear off a former head you once had and experience the inner peace that comes with being divinely yourself. I hope you can make sense of this. These are wonderful, wise words, but I don't understand them in the context of your reading. Please, Leo, if you're as confused as I am, let me know and I will give you clarity. I will do a new reading for you to try and get us both some clarity. If you understand it, let me know that too. All the best to you. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to breathe. Bye.